Hi, my name is David McLeod. Welcome to today's video presentation. Do you ever find yourself in the presence of someone who just plain annoys you? Someone you wish would just go away and leave you alone? For me, this sort of thing happens most often when I'm in some kind of situation where pretty much anything I do would be generally interpreted as rude or insensitive. And so I'm faced with having to work through my irritation internally. Well, in any event, the truth is that the irritation is all about me anyway. The other person really has nothing to do with it. It's really all about me. Now, I can certainly listen to the judgmental chatterbox in my head and let myself get all steamed up about how this other person is showing up and making my life miserable. In other words, I can blame this person for my own inner turmoil. Or I can recognize that the inner friction I'm feeling is really about something else, perhaps something from an earlier part of my life that has been awakened, along with the pain and annoyance that comes with that. In other words, I can take responsibility for my own feelings and find a way to deal with them without laying blame on the other person. You know, I don't think it's just a fluffy aphorism to say that everyone is essentially good. On the contrary, we all come from the same basic stuff, and we all have the same basic spiritual energy. And we're all here to do pretty much the same thing, which is to experience as much as possible about all aspects of ourselves and of our lives. It's impossible for me to know on a human level what someone else's real journey might be, but it is possible for me to honor that journey, even when my ego mind is telling me that he or she is not doing it right. So it seems to boil down to two choices. Will I blame the other person and find a way to make him or her wrong, perhaps satisfying my ego mind in the process? Or will I take responsibility for my feelings and my reaction and accept this person for who he or she is, perhaps satisfying my heart and soul in the process? It seems pretty obvious to me that the greater good is best served by choice number two, the self-responsible choice. So here's what I do now when I'm confronted by someone who triggers a feeling of annoyance within me. 1, I take a breath and let the feeling pass through. 2, recognize that the person is just another human being who is doing his or her best to live in the best way possible. 3, begin to see the inherent goodness in this person. And 4, focus on that goodness and start taking some delight in it. Enjoy it. The shift in my own energy almost always manifests in a way that helps the other person feel more comfortable around me. And this translates to an ease and presence that makes the person more enjoyable to me. It's magic. The more I enjoy the other person, the more enjoyable he or she seems to become. Have a fantastic week, full of enjoyable interactions with everyone you encounter. Thanks for listening.